This might be one of the best drum VSTs for metal I've ever tried in my life, especially if you're getting into Thall and metalcore and djent and stuff like that. This is Buster Odeholm's drums. I think we can all agree these drums sound absolutely amazing. Real quick, let me just show you how I have all of my drums set up. So there's two ways to use this plugin or any drum VST. One is to use the unprocessed sounds and send them into individual tracks, which is what I'm doing in Ableton. The first important step is that when you load the plugin, you have to load the unprocessed one. Otherwise, it's going to be processing on all the drums, and it's a little bit different layout physically, visually. But all you have to do, once you've loaded the unprocessed ones, go into say where kick is, and then set it to whatever output you want. I think for writing, just one kick track is great, but the fact that we have so many options for outs, Contact 8, it's really good now. I'm happy to say that Native Instruments is really good now. So you can set it out, my kick in, my kick out, my one shots to separate tracks if you want. Make a new track, which we have right here, and then where it says exterior in, we're gonna go to the version of Contact that we're using for these drums, which is 3. And then just make sure that we're on channel 2. For writing purposes, it's just a little bit easier for me to just send it to one kick track. Same thing with the snare, just to one snare, and so on and so on. All the toms here, I just have my racks and my floors set up to their own tracks. What's really cool is you get to choose as well the blend of how much, say, kick you want out of your overheads. We have 2 overheads, which is really cool. We have overhead close, sound like this. Then we have overhead far. I like that they have a bit of room to them. What's typical with drum VSTs is to also have some sort of trigger track here, or otherwise known as the one shot. We are lucky to have 2 different trigger tracks or one shots. Cool to have those options. If you want to hear any of the drums, if you're in the kit view, you just click it. So we have a few snare options. This is the first one. Crazy. That's the lowest one. Medium. It's got a nice ring to it. If you're going for that knocked loose kind of drum tone, you can use this one and distort it a bit. We have a high. High sounds really good too. I'm losing some of the beef out of it, the way I have it mixed at least. Then we have a higher. That's pretty cool. I really like that. I like the rooms of this whole kit a lot. I'm going to go back to low because that's more typical when it comes to this subgenre of music with Thall and with djent. So let's go through the toms. So unfortunately we don't have any like extra options with the tom, but that's totally cool because the toms sound phenomenal. Really cool. I have it set so that it doesn't look like this. I have left, left, a little more right, fully right. The kick. The way that I like to mix is mostly I'm having snare in my room mic, so that's why you're not hearing very much kick in the room. If we want, we can go more. And that sounds cool. Really nice kick. I like it a lot. Especially having the 2 different one shots. 2 options. Those are nice and bright ones. A really good splash. I like that sound. A few options with the left one. China 1, 2, 3. And then with our normal right crash, we have a few options as well. Subtle differences, but I'm pretty sure that when you start playing them in a beat, you'll notice the difference. And then we finally have a secondary splash. Let me just go through the riff and showcase the different snares. All very cool. I can't believe that just came out of my mouth. All very cool. I think I just started with the low snare on this song, so I'm kind of used to the way it sounds, so I'm going to stick with the low one. They all sound great for their own purposes, and I would probably cater the mix a little bit different depending on the snare. That's why I think right now the low one sounds best to me. Now we have the processed version loaded, and let's listen to it. So the processed version is basically just a mixed version of the raw drums. It really is up to you if you want to go through the effort and mix it yourself. That way you can cater it to the exact sound you're looking for. I prefer to do that just because I must be a control freak. I don't know. These sound great though. Aside from them being mixed, the only other difference from the processed version is that this mixing page looks quite a bit different than before. Before we had the option to do the kick, snare, and toms. Now we have just the shells and cymbals. I find that I use the alternate mapping because it's really similar to GGD Invasion, which is what I'm used to. And then you can choose your sustain here. If you wanted to. Truly amazing drums. I'm going to be using these a lot on the channel, so if there's anything specific that you want to see of these, let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, I appreciate you watching. If you found any use in this video, make sure to like and comment and subscribe. Really helps the channel grow, and I'll be doing more videos like this. And if you want to learn how you can take your guitar riffs and make them really simple guitar riffs and make them a lot more interesting, I just put a video right here. No pressure though. See you in the next one. See ya.